it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. I'm a UK-based independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you for joining me again for another Simple Stamping Saturday. And this week we are looking at the Ornamental Envelopes stamp set. I have got the bundle, so this is the envelope dies set, which has envelope liner dies for every size of envelope that we do. So we've got International C4, which takes, sorry, C6, which takes an A6 card, which for those of you that use our A4 card and you cut it in half and then fold it, that's what an A6 card looks like. Then you've got the letter size, or the half sheet letter size for North America, on note cards, and also for 3x3 cards. So lots. Plus we've got dies for this wonderful stamp set here, which is the one I'll be using today, and also 2 dies that die cut this element here. So you can get, you can stamp this more than once, and you've got 2 dies. There's also the die for these flowers and some extra dies along the way as well. So let me show you the card that I have done for my simple version, which is this one, using one of our white note cards and the matching envelope and the envelope I've stamped. I haven't lined it because this is Simple Stamping Saturday, so I tend to use minimal products. So let me show you how I've made it. Let me just pop that out of the way. I've got a Whisper White note card here. I'm going to leave it flat at this stage. I've got my large stamp mounted up on my I block. You can use smaller blocks, or different shape blocks I should say. So you could use the E block instead. That will take it nicely as well. So let me show you what I've done. I've used Stampin' Right markers, which, although this is photopolymer, will work so long as you've, what I like to think of as, seasoned your stamp well, which means you've taken off the film that may be on it, or the coating that may be on it when it's manufactured. You can either use a really nice white eraser to do that and just rub over the surface, or you can stamp and clean it, or stamp with it and clean it a few times, or if in doubt, just rub it with your hand. Does quite a good job as well. It's just so that it's not got that film on it, which doesn't go well with the ink from the Stampin' Right markers, which is a little thinner than the ink that is in our ink pads. I've chosen colours that are all in the Brights collection. So we've got Pacific Point, Granny Apple Green, Poppy Parade and Mango Melody. The Mango Melody I'm using for the chains, and then the other colours I am using for the baubles. So this is Mango Melody, Poppy Parade, Pacific Point and Granny Apple Green. Okay, so let me get those sorted out in the same order as again. So we've got Poppy Parade. Now I'm using the side of my Stampin' Right marker. You don't want to use the point. If you use the point, you could damage the point, and that spoils your marker. And as we don't sell these individually, you kind of don't want to damage your markers, because replacing them gets tricky. We do occasionally do a couple of colours together, but as a general rule, we don't do them individually. So yes, I think it was trialled in the US last year or the year before, and it was surprisingly unpopular. So it's not offered. Right, green. So Granny Apple Green next, which is this one down at the bottom. This one's quite an intricate die because it's got all this kind of woven imagery here, but again, really simple to ink up. Just keep your Stampin' Right marker flat and it will do a really nice job. And then I'm also using this one, or doing this one I should say, in Granny Apple Green. Now obviously you can choose different colours. I just wanted to use one colour collection of Stampin' Write markers, because again that keeps the cost down. But if you've got all of the markers, you can choose obviously whichever colours you want. Or if you've got the Regals, for example, you could use equivalent colours from the Regals, or indeed the Subtles. And if you've got the in colours, then again there are lots of colours there that you can choose to do your baubles. Right, so that's all of the baubles, and then I'm just going to go in with my Mango Melody, and again we're going in on the side, and just be careful you don't want to touch the other colours if you can avoid it. This one's a little tricky, but it's fine, and again I'm still using the flat, not using the nib. One tiny little dot there and 3 there. Oh, and there's one there, not to miss. Right, so here's my crease. So this is my front. I'm going to huff on my ink to make sure that it's damp. And then as quickly as I can, pop that down, and I want the top of the card to be slightly down from the top of the stamp so that it looks like the chains are going off the top of the stamp. You can draw in extra chain if you need to with the pointy end of your Stampin' Write marker. Give it a reasonable amount of time to transfer the ink across, and there we go. Those are our baubles, all nicely stamped. And as you can see, there's almost no ink left on the stamp itself, but just to make sure that it's clean for next time, I will clean it off now. So that is our card done. Now this stamp set rather doesn't have sentiments, but you could obviously use sentiments from any other Christmas set that you've got if you want to add a sentiment to the inside of your card, or if you want to add a sentiment down in the bottom corner maybe. So for the envelope, making sure I know which way up my envelope is, I'm still reeling slightly from the day when I stamped everything upside down. Now this time I'm going to put the Mango Melody on first. This is a lovely little corner stamp, and I'm just using Mango Melody and Poppy Parade. Obviously you could use any of the colours you want, but these are the ones that I decided would be pretty on the outside of my envelope. And again, huff on your stamp, pop it down, hold it in place for a while, whoops, and bring it up. It's so well inked that it didn't want to detach. And then just ink up, whoops, wrong end, just ink up again. And stamp in the opposite corner. And then that is our simple version done. Simple, simple. So there we go. One really simple simple card made up, ready to go. So let me show you what else I have done with it. So this one, I've used Granny Apple Green, Poppy Parade, and then Dimensionals, Pacific Point, Whisper White, and I've actually used gold heat embossing, and then I've put some of the shimmer white and coloured in with the Stampin' Write markers, and then I've used some of the shimmery crystal effects. This goes on forever. I actually bought this last year and I've used it quite a lot, and it's only that much gone. I store it upside down so it's always ready to go, because you don't want bubbles, but can you see there's lovely sparkle in there? So it's not only glossy, it's sparkly as well. And then this was rather a labour of love, but this is my next stepped up version. So for this one, I have heat embossed white on Granny Apple Green, silver on Pacific Point, gold on Poppy Parade, die cut and inlaid. The black I've also die cut, and that is stuck flat onto the card. These are popped up on dimensionals. And then I've used some of the Forever Greenery trim, this one, which I've unwound to get individual threads, and this is where it was a labour of love, to run them where the chains would have been on the stamp, and then stuck them on the back. It was a little bit fiddly, but I think it's very effective. So there we go. Simple, quick and simple. Next stepped up version, and then the final stepped up version. I would love to know which your favourite is. Do give it a go. I really love to hear if you've enjoyed the projects. If you do, subscribe to my channel so you see more. There's a subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. Give it a thumbs up. None of this costs you anything. If you're in the UK, then if you would care to shop with me, I would be thrilled for you to try out my customer service. I do try very hard to give exceptional customer service, so why not give it a go? You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So yeah, give it a go. There's a link to my website immediately in the description bar. It's the associated blog post. That will have photographs, it will have the list of products, it will have links to my online store, links to signing up. On the 24th, in the UK it actually starts on the 23rd, on the 24th of November, there is the Merry and Bright online extravaganza, which is a discount just for 24 hours, starting at 11 o'clock in the evening or night UK time, and it is for pretty much everything in this amazing catalogue, the annual catalogue. There are, how many pages? Nearly 200 pages of products that you can get a discount on. So well worth having a look now and planning your wish list. If you're on my mailing list, you will already have received the list of what's not included. I will try to add a link, try to remember to add a link to this post so that you know what's not included. It's a much shorter list than what is included. It's not even 2 pages, and quite a lot of that is taken up with catalogues. So yes. Oh, and this will be discounted as well. There are not that many of the paper pumpkins left, but they will be discounted by 10% on Tuesday the 24th, starting at 11 p.m. Monday the 23rd in the UK, running for 24 hours, just under 24 hours, until the following evening. So, thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you have a magnificent weekend. I'm going to be spending the weekend crafting with lots of my team members. I think there's over 100 of us that are going to be crafting virtually, so it's going to be an amazing weekend of crafting for me. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye!